gonna know.
But granted, I know you're gonna go back and talk to him today, tomorrow. If he is feeling a little bit off, would you try to advise him and say, hey, you know, we want you to go into the fight 100%. I know the fight is already right there, but would you try to?
If his ankle is hurting and I see his motion, we're not gonna fight. I'm not gonna put a handicapped fighter in there with my fight against nobody. It'd have to be a champion. We're not just gonna go in there full-fledged. Like, I mean, 75% or Rolly's gonna want to fight regardless, because he's a warrior. Like I'm a warrior. You want to fight regardless, but you don't want to go in there handicapped. You know what I'm saying?
What was the push in the first place?
Scared. Coward shit, bitch shit.
Was there any words that was said before?
It's always a bunch of words. Words don't mean shit. You cross the line when you touch another fighter. Not a fucking way in a press conference. Commissioner already told us. Anybody touch anybody, fight is off. This motherfucker's still going on. He wants the fight to be off. Tank wants the fucking fight to be off.
Who told you that if somebody
The commission. They tell us that from day one, from fucking Staples Center. Now we're fucking barking the same rules. You gotta have self-control. You gotta be professional. Yeah, this is a boxing game. It's not a sport. We understand that. And all type of shit happens. But you don't cross those lines.
So what do you want to do to try to, like, what time are you going to try to test the ankle to see if everything is coached
When he
right?
wakes up, before he go to bed and when he wakes up, I'm going to do a little assessment with the alphabets, turn and twist to see whether it's pain in any area, laterally or front and back, you know, when he's doing the shadow boxing. And then the morning I'll do the same thing.
Did he complain about any soreness at all after
He's not going to. His adrenaline's up.
Right, that's why he said wait.
So we got to wait. I got to get the doctor, check him out, and do all that shit too.
Right off the top, friend. The face-off, the push, what the heck happened up there?
The motherfucker pushed me. So what's that? He fucking scared. He's afraid I'm a fucking alpha compared to him. He a bitch, man. He a bitch for that, man. I could have fucked up the fight, man. I would twist an ankle or some shit. The fight's over, no?
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we just heard there from your mans, Rolly, Romero's trainer. Can't lie to you, I ain't got a jolly what the Don's name is, but either way, it's Rolly Romero's trainer. Now, like I said, it's all kicking off. For you man who don't know, essentially at the press conference, Rolly got deep into Gervonta Wank Davis's head. He got big mad. And as you heard there from Rolly's trainer, they think this was a conspiracy to try and get out of the fight. Now, I can see both sides here. I think possibly Tank don't want this fight and is trying to get out of it. Don't forget, like Rolly's trainer said, listen, the commission tells everyone if you put hands, the fight will be over. And the way that Tank did it, it almost reminded me, it was almost like, don't forget people, Tank's a bit slow. So, if he hears the commissioner, tell him, yeah, if you touch the guy, the fight's going to be off. The way Tank did it, it was almost as if he thought he was pushing a button. Oh look, all I got to do is push. If I push Rolly, the fight's off. Because watch Tank's face afterwards. He's proper happy with himself. It's almost like he thinks, oh great, now the fight's off. He doesn't realise that it's more nuanced than just pushing him. Yeah? But either way, that's one side of things. The other side of things is that potentially, like I said, Tank's just too slow and didn't realise that it can put the fight in jeopardy. It's one or the other. Either Tank's shook and trying to cancel the fight, like Team Romero was saying, or Tank is too slow. Tank is slow, it's facts. Yeah? And Rolly said, I didn't get around to doing a video on it, but Rolly said, listen, we're not even sure Tank's passed his CAT scan. He does sound very slow. I worry for Tank. And it's making sense now why Floyd and Team Mayweather only keep Tank around 120-pounders blown up. Yeah, we're going to find out I'm not saying Rolly's definitely all that. I can't lie to you. I've got coin on though. My coin's on Rolly at 8-1. You best believe it as well. That coin gone straight on Rolly. Because guess what? Tank was still fighting a small man in Pitbull and couldn't do nothing. What happens when Tank fights his first real 135er who wants to be there? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, to be honest, Rolly's never quit before, but we haven't seen Rolly in a real fight yet. This is the fight we find out if Rolly's real or not, but you man know, I give everyone one chance. Everyone gets a free chance with me. Now, if Rolly turns up, I'd be lying to you if I said that there wasn't a possibility Rolly's all talk. Yeah, but we're going to find out, and I think it's worth a punt. It's worth a punt. But anyway, we heard there from Rolly's trainer, and for you guys who don't know, at the press conference, they was facing off and there was a push. But not a normal push, and that's what I'm saying when I tell you about, I'm not sure about Tank's intelligence level, because normally when you push someone in a fight setting, you push them across the stage, don't you? You don't push them off the stage. And that's why I tell you that Tank is slow, because he's either slow and didn't understand the consequences of potentially pushing someone and hurting their leg, or he's slow thinking, oh great, I push him off and the fight's off. Because again, look at the guy's face. He does this proper goober laugh. He's really happy with himself. So it's quite odd. Yeah, 100%. That's what happens. But anyway, I'm hoping there is nothing wrong with his leg. All of the Wank Davis fans are spinning it. Oh yeah, Rolly's trying to find a way out. Listen, Rolly didn't ask to be pushed. And to be quite frank, I agree. Think of it from their perspective. If you had a fighter who was training, and don't forget people, fair enough, yeah. Sometimes we see at press conferences when it kicks off, and let's say Rolly had grabbed Tank's neck or touched Tank in some way. I get that, yeah, because listen, different things can happen. If someone touches you first and then you push them and they end up off the stage, then that is what it is, yeah. But the fact that Rolly didn't do nothing and all of a sudden Tank just push him off, it almost looked it was almost childlike. He just kind of slipped him off and then had this. It was proper. Honestly, it's odd. It really was quite weird to watch. Normally, we see these real aggressive masculine movements of people proper trying to launch each other, like AJ versus Jarrell Miller or something like that. This was a weird little childlike midget thing. But listen, I love midgets. It's 2022. Yeah, fair play to them. Fair play to all the midget gems. Yeah, Tank and all of his. I'm sure Tank has great little play parties with all of his mid-dons. All of his mid-dons come round, they play dress up, and fair play to them. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. Yeah, like I said, it's 2022. Each to their own. Yeah, facts. But anyway, listen. I hope Rolly's leg isn't injured. And to be fair, Rolly did say that his leg was okay, but like the trainer says, I've had it before myself. When you go over on an ankle, in the day, or at the time, especially in that setting, when there's a lot of adrenaline in the blood, it's a lot different, and like he said, when you wake up the next day, that's when you really know. When you wake up in that morning and the ankle hasn't moved, that's when you think, damn, it's tight. And I agree. End of the day, yeah, there's a reason the commission has rules. End of the day, there's a reason you don't push your opponent off of a stage. You could have pushed him back, you could have pushed him to the right, you could have pushed him to the left, and you push him off the stage. What? Where's the thought in? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense at all. And I have to agree with the trainer. I think Tank trying to look for a way out. I've never seen Tank pull that move before. Oops. So what was that about? Should Rolly Romero fight anyway? I don't agree with that. No, I don't. Would you want, if you had a fighter who's trained, why should he go in there with a bust ankle? And that's the thing with Tank. That's the thing with Wank Davis. He always wants an advantage. He wants to be bigger. He wants to be younger. He wants to be this. He wants to be weight drained. He wants you to be a bust ankle. Do you understand? That's always the narrative. And guess what? Really, Pitbull was the first guy to go in there who didn't have a whole bunch of disadvantages. And Tank looked average. Tank arguably only got a draw in that fight. Do you understand? And that's what happens when you go from fighting bums to genuine world title challengers. Now, we don't know if Rolly is the level of Pitbull, but we're going to find out. And if he is, God forbid, for Tank's sake, if Rolly is better than Pitbull, it's over for Tank. It's over for Wank Davis. He's done. He's cooked. His goose is going to be cooked, especially when he's come out trying to punk Team Mayweather now. Because you best believe if it goes to the cards, it's going to be peak for Wank Davis. It's going to be over for him. And I think that's why he backtracked. Tank came out a few days ago and said, yeah, I'm leaving Mayweather Promotions. And then a day later he said, oh, well, I don't know about that actually. And, you know, he realised that, damn, or his team told him, listen, you best wind your beak in because we've got the Floyd cards here. Oops. Yeah? But anyway, I'm praying that Rolly's leg's okay because I've got a bag to make. Me and Team Rolly got that big bag to make tomorrow. I hope Rolly go in there, and I've been tweeting Rolly, telling him, listen, Rolly, it's time to be great. It's time to lock in. Too many soft wannabe asses these days who don't want to get stuck in. Oscar Bumdes. Yeah? Canelo Bumelo Alvarez. There's a whole bunch of bums. Anthony Bumpston. A whole load of them. Dudes who turn up and don't do anything. Just roll over and get their big blue fluffy teddy bear belly tickled. That's what they do. Bumelo rolled over, had his belly tickled. Oscar Valdez rolled over, had his belly tickled. Anthony Johnston rolled over, had his blue fluffy belly tickled. That's what they do these days. Don't be that guy, Rolly. Be great. Yeah? Be Castano. He wasn't the most gifted. He went out. He tried his best. Put all of his cards in. Be Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he's delusional. Yes, he likes to twerk. Nonetheless, he go in there. He put it all on the line. Yeah, facts. Be that guy. No doubt about it, 1,000,000%.